Hey everyone, Sandra Vale here at Homesteading Ways, and today we're going to be looking at the chickens a little bit. Both our egg layers and our meat chickens. Now the egg layers are waiting to be fed here, but I don't have their feed with me at the moment. My son will do that. Just giving them a little bit of black sunflower here. As you can see, they like it a lot. Black and white one is a newer rooster that we hatched out a couple months ago. Keeps taking off. He's like circling me. She's a new one too. We have a few more in the incubator and are waiting for them to hatch. They're still in the run. We normally don't let the chickens out until the first week of May, so that we have some leaf out on the trees and the shrubs and everything to give them little hiding spots, because we have such a bad hawk problem around here. However, I'm mulling it over with my husband about maybe delaying it, or I'm not sure what we're going to do, because we're really worried about the avian flu that's going around. Now here are our meat chickens. They're Cornish Rocks. And I just gave them a little bit of watermelon, and they're trying to figure it out right now. They normally get their regular feed, and I do try and give them some extra stuff from the kitchen. It looks like they're trying to like it, at least. They're still in their pen too. I worry about the hawks with them, but again with the avian flu. And they are in a separate pen from the laying hens. The avian flu is really starting to spread all over the country. It's in 15 states now, and as far as I know, my state of Wisconsin has had 3 cases, and one of them was a backyard flock of 40 birds. And we're trying to work out some kind of plan here for our birds. We do have the egg layers and the meat chickens here, but we also have a few hundred quail and pheasants. And if, you know, that flu were to hit around here, that would pretty much devastate all our birds. And, you know, a few birds would be okay, but not all of them. And so we're looking into taking precautions. A good friend of mine, who's also a scientist and was a livestock veterinarian, said she thinks that with the bigger farms, even though their biosecurity is so good, it may be that perhaps delivery people and people from outside of the farms, but that are visiting one farm to another, they may be bringing it in. They're not sure yet. I've gotten some good ideas from other people about trying to keep my birds safe, and right now they're recommending keeping your birds penned up or in a fenced-in area, because it was initially thought that it was wild ducks and geese. Well, now they're expanding that to saying a lot of different wild birds. So they don't want you to feed the wild birds, don't use bird baths, anything where the wild birds can intermingle with your birds, or any kind of manure. So we're going to figure that out as best we can. I want to, you know, give my chickens a good life, but I need to keep them safe as well. And pretty soon these little meat chickens here won't be here. We only raise them till they're about 8 weeks old. And they're gentle. They're sweet little chickens. But I do try and not love on them too much. It's kind of hard to eat something you loved at one time, you know. I'd be curious to know what you use, what breed you use for meat chickens, and even what do you use for egg layers. Here in Wisconsin we can get pretty cold over the winter, and I have found so far my Ameraucanas do really well, and my black sexlings do really well when it comes to the cold. And I've heard a couple other breeds, but I'd like to know what you use, and you know, what breeds are good for hot weather, because we don't get overly hot here in Wisconsin. We'll get 80s, maybe low 90s with a high humidity, but we don't do like 100 degrees. But I'd really like to hear, you know, what your favorite breed is and why. It's good to know these kinds of information, because you never know where you're going to end up or who you may talk to, and you can help them out a little bit. But anyways, that's my chickens. I thought I'd give you a little look-see, and this is what's going on now in the middle of April here in Wisconsin on Homesteading Ways. Thanks for watching the video. It was great talking to you, and you take care.